For today's lesson, we're classifying and drawing triangles. This should hopefully be review. So we have two ways to classify triangles. One way is using their angle measures. If you remember from yesterday, they should always equal 180. And then the second way is using their sides. And the sides can add up to anything. So first way is using their angles. So acute triangle, that means that all of the angles are less than 90. So they're all acute angles. So it could be 60, 60, 60. Those are all less than 90, anything like that. The second one is obtuse triangle. So again, that means it has one obtuse, one angle that's bigger than 90 degrees. So for example, this could be 110, and then the other two angles would both be acute angles. The third way to classify by their angle measures is if you have one that has a right triangle. So that means it has one 90 degree or one right angle, and it has to have that little square. Last way is an equal angular triangle. So that means it has three 60 degree angles. They're all the same. So three equal angles. They'd have to be 60 because it has to equal 180. The second way is to classify using their sides. We're going to learn this tomorrow, but the two smaller sides, when we add those together, have to be bigger than the longest. So if you want to go ahead and write that in, you can press pause if you need to. The two smaller sides, when we add them together, have to be bigger than the longest side. But to classify them, the first one, scalene triangle, that means there are no congruent sides. All three sides are different measures. So this could be like 3, 4, 5. Maybe they're all centimeters. If you take this top part that we just wrote, 3 plus 4, that's 7, so that's bigger than 5. So that would work. But scalene means none of the sides are the same. Isosceles means that two of the sides are the same. So maybe this is 4, 4, and 3. My two smaller sides would be one of the 4s plus 3, and that's bigger than 4. So that also works. Last one, equilateral, kind of like equal angular, means that all three of the sides are the same. So 3 congruent sides. Maybe these are 7 inches, 7 inches, and 7 inches. They don't have to be, see with angles, they had to be 60 degrees because it has to equal 180. For sides, there's no specific number that it has to equal as long as the two smaller, in this case, they're all the same. So 7 plus 7 is bigger than 7. So let's try these. So there should be two classifications, one for the angles and one for the sides. So for this one, it has that square in the corner. So it's a right triangle based on the angles. And then these little marks mean that those are the same. So two congruent sides, that was isosceles triangle. So this is a right isosceles triangle. Number 2, all three of the angles are the same, so that makes it equal angular, and then it's also equilateral. All right, let's go on to drawing triangles. Obviously, if we were doing this in person, it'd be a little easier. You're going to have to just kind of watch. So, for the first one, it says draw a triangle with angle measures of 110, 40, and 30. So first we would draw, and you could choose any angle, and then from there we would connect them. I had changed these numbers before, so these should be 40 and 30. So a triangle with 110, 40, and 30 could look like this. And the sides don't matter. It didn't tell us what size the sides were. So this teeny tiny triangle, if I can make it smaller, maybe I gotta go full screen. So if we make this smaller, well, there we go. I can make that a teeny tiny triangle. It still has angles of 110, 40, and 30. Or we could make it bigger like it was to begin with. I'm not messing with it. And it could be also 110, 40, and 30. The second triangle, that again, we would have done this in person, but I'll just show you, is a triangle with 3 centimeter sides and a 20-degree angle in the middle. So we're going to start by drawing the 20-degree angle. So we want that to be 20. And then it says one of the sides, so we're going to make one of the sides 3 centimeters, so 3. And then we need it to line up so that that goes with the angle. And then the other side, we're going to make 4. And again, it needs to line up, cancel, needs to line up so that it still makes that 20-degree angle in the middle. So that would be an angle with one side that's 4 centimeters and one side that's 3. And then to make it into a triangle, we just close it in. So there would be that triangle. So if you want to try and draw something that looks similar to that, so we would have 4 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 20-degree angle, and that's it.